Take a look.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Big Hero Chris back at you with another one. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, give me a thumbs up, ring the notification bell, hit me up on Twitter, TikTok, the community post, you already know the vibes. And it's Sunday. Actually, it's Monday. It's like 12 something in the morning. AEW pay-per-views go long as hell, but you already know what that means. It's time for your AEW Dynasty review. And it was like 12, 13 matches on the card. This is including the pre-show. We're just going to go straight through the pre-show because this show, this is what AEW is all about. This is what AEW means to me. This is why I enjoy AEW so much. And the first match was between Trent and Matt Sydal. Nothing really much to talk about. Trent still came out to the best friends theme. He's heel. He's evil. He won the match with a submission. After the match, Chuck Taylor came out and Trent was like, listen, man, you got till Wednesday to make a decision. Are you choosing Orange Cassidy or are you choosing your best friend Trent? And then as Trent is walking back up to the ramp, he's walking back out the arena. Orange Cassidy's music hits. He comes out and it's looking like Trent was about to do something to Orange Cassidy, but then Shibata came out because Shibata and Orange Cassidy were about to have a match against Shade Taylor Promotions. And why this match really took place, I don't know. I know Orange Cassidy and Shane Taylor had a match on Dynamite, which Orange Cassidy won. Alright, cool. And this is more of the same, you know. As much as Shane Taylor Promotions, they're getting more TV time, they're being more active on Dynamite and Collision and all that. It will be nice to see them get a win. It wasn't really the case on this show, on the pay-per-view, the pre-show, whatever. Orange Cassidy and Shibata won, even though he had outside interference from Anthony Ogogo. It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Orange Cassidy won with the orange punch. 1, 2, 3. On to the next match, and that is the Trios Tag Team Champion match between the Acclaimed and the Bang Bang Gang. Justin Roberts announced them as the Bang Bang Gang, not as the Bullet Club, so I'm confused. Are they not the Bullet Club Gold anymore? Because their graphic still says Bullet Club, but they were announced as the Bang Bang Gang. I don't know. One thing I do know is Max Caster is lame. I'm tired of him. Get him off my TV. He sucks. His raps are horrible. I ain't feeling Max Caster. And for 2, we have new Undisputed Trios champions. And the Bang Bang Gang, the Bullet Club, whatever the hell you want to call them, I don't know. But they're the new champions. Good for them. They finally entered the reign of the Acclaim. And to be fair, man, when the Acclaim first were hot and they were picking up steam, I was a fan of the Acclaim. But over time, they kind of got played out. And then you got Max Caster, who's just being weird online all the time. He's just being a tremendous weirdo. So sucks to suck, but good for you, good for the Bang Bang Gang. Make sure you put your guns up. I was expecting Juice Robinson to pop up, but he didn't. But you know, you can't win them all unless you are indeed the Bullet Club. So we go on to the main card, we go on to the main show, and at first they announced that Ospreay and Bryan Danielson was going to kick off the show, and I was ready to take my shirt off immediately. And for some reason, I guess that was like a slip or a typo or a miswording or whatever. But the show did start off with the Continental Classic Championship match between Okada and PAC. And this is a fine match. This is a really fun match, man. Okada really got to showcase what he can do. PAC is awesome. The way he sells a freaking DDT like he just died. Nobody sells a DDT like PAC, man. I challenge you to find anybody else who can sell a DDT the way PAC does. And you know, there was one spot where Okada was looking to do the Rainmaker pose, but he slipped up and he gave us all the middle finger. He let us all know we're all number one. And the crowd booed. And up until that point, the crowd was really split. They were chanting for Okada. They were chanting for PAC. But when Okada didn't give us the Rainmaker pose, everyone just started chanting F you Okada. So who knows? Who knew it would be that easy to turn a crowd against you? I don't know. But Okada did end up getting the win after he hit the Rainmaker. 1, 2, 3. Still your Continental Champion Okada. And then after the match, the crowd was chanting, "You're our bastard" to Pac, and Pac was sitting on the ring apron looking all sad. And if this was NXT, it would look like he was getting called up to the main roster. So I don't know what that was all about, but good for you, Pac. You'll get him next time, kiddo. After this, we had another trios match. We had Adam Copeland, Eddie Kingston, and Mark Briscoe taking on the House of Blick. And how this match came about, I'm not really entirely sure, but it was fun. It was a fun little trios match, nonetheless. There was one spot where Edge, Eddie, and Mark hit triple spears on the House of Black. That was pretty funny. You had Brody King barking at everybody. Malakai Black, he was doing his thing. He was giving an old college try. Good for you, Malakai. And I got another prediction right. I gotta say, man, I got all my predictions right as far as this card goes, as far as this pay-per-view goes. So 10 points for Hufflepuff on that one. The House of Black actually ended up getting the win because of the Black Mist. Malakai Black hit the what's it called, the blackout on Adam Copeland. 1, 2, 3. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna get a title shot in the future. But good for the House of Black. They really needed a win. But after this, we have the TBS Championship on the line. Julia Hart taking on Willow Nightingale under house rules. And the rules that Willow picked was no outside interference, no Sky Blue, no Chris Statlander, just a straight up one-on-one match. And if you are paying attention to the internet, if you're online, if you're paying attention to Twitter and everything, you were hearing rumblings and seeing rumors of Julia Hart being injured. And this match kind of reflected it. It didn't go too long. Julia Hart did just enough to, not necessarily have this be a squash match, but it was, just enough so Willow can get her stuff off. Willow Nightingale won. She is the new TBS champion. What a phenomenal moment, man. Willow absolutely deserves it after AEW kind of, started to look like they were going to do something with her after the whole Owen Hart tournament, and she won, and they didn't really do too much with her after that. So, it's nice to see that they were getting the momentum behind Willow once again as far as building her up. And, the crowd has always loved Willow from jump. So with the whole momentum and the crowd participation and the crowd love, you just got this wonderful moment. And Willow Nightingale is your new TBS champion. Good for you, Willow. I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. She's just so awesome. How can you not look at Willow and be happy? A happy camper. A happy camper indeed. And another match that made me a happy camper was Roderick Strong taking on Kyle O'Reilly. What a freaking match this was. This was real graps. The build to this match kind of sucked, but the match more than made up for it. Roderick Strong won with the end of Heartbreak, man. Whew, I'm like, good God, man. The grab's so real, man. I could just feel the mana flowing through my body. I'm slapping my arms. My arms are very sore from the arm slapping I'm doing. But Roderick Strong ended up getting the win. And then after the match, we have Adam Cole come out. He's out in his wheelchair, looking like Professor Xavier. And to the surprise of the millions and millions of fans, Adam Cole can walk again. It looks like he's healed. He's fully capable of walking. He walked down the ramp. We haven't seen Adam Cole on TV for a while, because of his injury. So it's good to see Adam Cole back. It's good to see Adam Cole back healthy. And he's in the ring celebrating with the Undisputed Kingdom. Even though he shot a dirty look at Wardlow. And Wardlow tried to get involved in the match earlier. He didn't really do anything. He's just in the way. But, he had Adam Cole shooting looks at Wardlow. So, who knows where this is going to end up. They're giving Wardlow the Batista treatment early. They're trying to get this out of the way, I'm assuming, so, be on the lookout for that. However, all good things must come to an end because we're now at that portion of the show where we have to talk about Chris Jericho and Hook and the FTW Championship and FTW rules. And the real MVP of this match wasn't Chris Jericho, wasn't even Hook. It was the crowd in St. Louis because they were laying into Chris Jericho. They were booing him out of the building. They were chanting, "Please retire." They were chanting, "Fozzy sucks." They were chanting, "Go away." They were chanting, "Go home, Jericho." They were just letting Chris Jericho have it, And, as much as I'm not really into Chris Jericho like that anymore, as much as I do kind of wish he would step away from AEW a little bit, There was a part of me that kind of felt bad for him. I'm like, all right, man, y'all leave him alone just a little bit. I know we don't like him, but still, you know. I kind of felt bad a little bit for Chris Jericho. Not that bad for him, but, you know, bad enough. And all those feelings went away because, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, another prediction I got right. We have a new FTW champion, Chris Jericho. He won after he hit Hook in the face with a baseball bat. Taz was upset by this. He couldn't even finish commentating on his son's match. He looked disgusted. I was disgusted. The timeline was disgusted. The crowd was disgusted. I almost threw up. Let's just move on to the next match. And then the next match was for the AEW Women's Championship between Timeless Toni Storm and Thunder Rosa. Now, when it comes to Timeless Toni Storm, you know, the whole gimmick is entertaining, but it kind of interferes with, you know, her match quality and the way she wrestles. So it's cool when she can actually put the gimmick to the side and actually wrestle. Like, you know, Toni Storm can wrestle because she's actually really good at the wrestling part, right? And Thunder Rosa, she's going to bring the pain no matter what. And that's exactly what happened. Thunder Rosa came out. She didn't have any face paint on. Toni Storm had too much makeup on, so that was a good little dichotomy between the two of them. Thunder Rosa just beat the hell out of Toni Storm like she owed her money. Toni Storm was actually doing her thing, you know. She was putting the beat down on Toni Storm. So they were just beating the holy hell out of each other. You even had Mariah May trying to interfere, and Deonna Purrazzo came through, and she fought Mariah May to the back. And, you know, as this match is going on, Toni Storm is doing her thing. Thunder Rosa is doing her thing. It's a good little back and forth. The referee was distracted, and Toni Storm won with a low blow. The Queen of the Bums won with a low blow. Hit a Storm Zero, 1, 2, 3. Still your AEW Women's Champion, Timeless Toni Storm. We're at that time of the night, man. The moment I've been waiting for. The first match that was announced for this card for Dynasty. I automatically gave this match 5 stars based off the graphic alone. Look how beautiful that graphic is. And it was followed up by real wrestling, by just tremendous action-packed. I don't even know how really to describe it. This was just an awesome match. One of the best matches I've ever seen with my 4 eyes. I'm talking Will Ospreay. I'm talking Bryan Danielson. I'm talking the battle to see who is indeed the best wrestler in the world. And the crowd was into it from jump. They were chanting, holy shit. They were chanting, this is awesome. Before they even touched, before they even locked up, before they even did anything, they were just in the ring looking at each other, and the crowd was just going crazy. And this match, whew, baby, man, what a match this was. There was psycho knees and hidden blades and flips and dives and seizures, and I almost had a seizure. I took my shirt off, man. What a match this was. There was one point towards the end of the match where Bryan Danielson looked like he was gearing up for the Busaiku knee. He was doing the yes chants. Will Ospreay, he was firing up for the hidden blade, and it was pretty much, you know, one of those westerns to see who can shoot first. Will Ospreay ended up winning with the hidden blade. My God! And there was even another spot where Will Ospreay looked like he was going for the Oscutter, and Bryan Danielson need this dude in the back of his head. I was like, yo, what are they doing? You can just cancel the pay-per-view after this point, because this is a match that can very well end wrestling. Like, how do you follow up this match? Like I said, Will Ospreay won the match, and it looked like Bryan Danielson was doing that thing he does so well, and that's selling like he just died or he's damn near on the close brink of death. Like, you think that Bryan Danielson was about to die. Will Ospreay won. He looked concerned, so the commentators looked all somber and sad for Bryan Danielson. But there's no time for this. There's no time for, you know, feelings and whatnot, because we have to go to the next match. It's a ladder match for the AEW Tag Team Championships. And like I said, man, how the hell do you follow up this match? It's pretty much impossible, right? So pretty much what FTR and the Young Bucks did was just pretty much kill each other with tables, ladders, and chairs and shit. There was dives and flips and V triggers and BTE triggers and EVP triggers and shatter machines and pile drivers and 450 splashes. It was just a car crash. And like everyone predicted, like we all saw this coming. The return of Jack Perry, the scapegoat. He came through the crowd wearing a Sting mask. He knocked Dax off the ladder. Security treated this dude like he was a fan, but it was revealed that it was indeed Jack Perry. Haha, surprise, surprise. And the Young Bucks actually got the win. They're your new 3-time AEW Tag Team Champions. And one thing to keep of note, one thing to be mindful of, is the fact that as Jungle Boy is leaving, he's throwing up the Elite sign. Nicholas Jackson is throwing it up back at him. So you pretty much can tell that Jack Perry is probably going to be the newest member of the Elite. So there's that. So now this leads us to our main event. Samoa Joe defending his AEW championship against whose house? Swerve's house. And my dude came out dressed like Killmonger from Black Panther. Not Black Panther, people. He came out dressed as Killmonger. There is a difference. There is a difference. But my dude came out dressed like Killmonger, man. And you could kind of tell. You could tell. You could automatically tell. Because as hard as Swerve tried to hide the emotion, you could really tell that he was going to win this AEW championship. And that's what happened. Swerve Strickland, Shane Swerve Strickland is your new AEW champion. The first black AEW champion in AEW history. What I can say is, for me, I am happy for him. I am proud to see representation, even though it's coming from Swerve. I'm still happy to see this. I am a fan of Swerve. I like Swerve. Happy for him. Happy to see this moment, man. I'm happy to see history being made. We have 2 black champions being crowned on this pay-per-view, man. So do with that information what you will. Feel how you feel. It is what it is, man. But with that being said, man, AEW Dynasty was... You can say whatever you want to say about the build. It kind of was mid, but the pay-per-view more than made up for it, man. You have two back-to-back pay-per-views from AEW with Revolution and Dynasty, man. Whew, baby. But with that being said, guys, what did you think of this pay-per-view? Let me know in the comment section below. Of course, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. You guys take care. Peace. I'm out. Peace. Swerve's house.